If you smell. Oh, wait, it's the wrong shit. It's not that one. It's not that one. Let's get ready to roll. No, we can't say that. I don't think that's copyrighted. Shit, what can we say? What can we say? I got it. How about this one? What's the motherfucking deal? I am your host. I'm thankful to be here. Don't call the fucking line. I didn't cut the line off from last night. Don't call the line. Don't nobody call. I'm not answering shit. Y'all know I gotta talk first. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den, I am your host, Ed Honcho. Again, it is my honor, it is my privilege, but more than anything, from the bottom of my heart, it is my pleasure. Today's an interesting day, right? A very interesting day. We'll get to that. But it's my pleasure to meet with you people this night. This lovely night on the 19th of September. It's a warm evening in Texas. I don't know where you may be this evening, but I'm glad that you can join me for tonight's conversation. Because tonight we're going to talk about, could you date a dummy? This is the most important topic happening right now in America. Only in the Den are we willing to talk about it. You know, we reached the the outer limit. What is this? I didn't click these buttons. You know, we dig deep for the hardcore stories here in the Den. Let's see what we got in here. And let's talk about it, right? All right, see, HT Jason, what's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to Jason, a.k.a. formerly known as Dr. Rabbit. 12, not 11, but 12. How are you doing this evening? Michelle. Notorious Michelle. Not making a good name for herself in the Den lately. But what rhymes with Michelle? Miss Bell. Northern style, because she doesn't drink Southern style sweet tea. Brandon A, what's the motherfucking deal? Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Man Up, aka What It Do podcast. Hit him with the man down. What's going down? Let's see. So Lise, what's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this evening, sir? Big Ron, aka Ashley. I don't think anybody said the word bitch more than Ashley in the Den. I've been watching old dens, and I think Ashley has a record for bitches in the Den, right? So I might be wrong. Somebody else may disagree, but I think she has the record. Illusion. What's the motherfucking? Shout out to Mr. Illusion. Shout out to Mr. Illusion. I have a lot of respect for Mr. Illusion. Very, very mind-opening conversations. But let's get into it, right? For those of you who are not familiar, we do a thing. I hope I got this button working right. I probably don't. We do a thing we like to call the after party. After every stream, we hop in the Discord, and everybody likes to chat and express their thoughts on tonight's conversation, right? So I'm going to put that link in here in just a second, because I think I still have the old link from last night. That's probably not good. So, Broderick's here, unfortunately. We can't win them all, can we? So, let's talk about it. Can you date a dummy, right? And you're like, Honcho, what do you mean, a dummy? I got a question, right? Because I was trying to think of something. I was trying to think of a different thumbnail, right? But I was thinking of dummies. I want you to drop this in your chat. Even you lurkers who don't comment very much, I want you to as well. Who is your favorite television dummy, right? So I'm thinking along the lines of like St. Clair and Overton. um, I don't know which one of the friends I think was a dumb one. Uh, Dummies like Kelly Bundy. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. What's the motherfucking deal? Um, like who is your favorite TV dummy? Right? Because I was trying to think of dummies to put on here, and I couldn't pinpoint one. But I'm curious about that because there's so many. There's always like one dumb character on every television show. Speaking of dumb characters on television shows, give me 1 second. I have tea on the stove and it is boiling, and I'm not gonna burn it. I'm gonna leave the sound on. So I'm gonna be right back. You know, just bear with me. Yeah, but list that right there. While y'all are doing that in the chat, I'm gonna take this tea off the stove. List your favorite television dummy. I'll be right back. Do. It's hot as shit. All right, cool. All right. Do 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 do. Oh, come on, Delta Echo. God, we got no better than that. I'm an African American man. Let me not say that because I think the Negroes are doing meth these days. All right, so cool. Is Fry from Futurama? That's a good one. That's a real good one. But when I say dummy, I'm think about your favorite TV dummy, right? Would you date somebody as dumb? Howdy doody. Would you date somebody who was that dumb, right? And that might be overdoing it a bit because we know these people on television. It's for shits and giggles, so they overemphasize the ignorance of their characters. But I mean, could you really date some? I mean, what if they were like a very good-hearted person? They uh, did all the right things you like in bed. They were very kind. They remembered all the important things about you. They cooked. They cleaned. Men, they were submissive. All that good stuff. But they were just a little stupid, right? Like stupid, right? So Waldo from Family Man. Oh wow. Uncle Joy from Full House, Kelly Bundy, Wendell from Family Matters. Uh, let's see. Other than Kelly Bundy, no one other than Kelly Bundy. Man, I'm just saying. It's Al Bundy. What? Al Bundy was a genius. Al Bundy, and I'm going off script. This is some Dan shit about that. So y'all finna make me go off script. Al Bundy and Al is one of my favorite wisecrackers. Like when it comes, it's like Al, and I'm not. This is not ranking any of them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Al, George, and what was the damn maid's name? I can't think of her name. Off the Jeffersons, Pam and Martin. It was like Al and the little neighbor next door, right? Al and everybody. Al and all the big girls in the damn shoe store, right? Al was the goat. Al was one of the greatest. But anyway, getting back to it. So, would you date somebody dumber than you? Okay, the no ma'am shirt. Hey, that was a great shirt. But would you date somebody dumber than you? Would you date somebody who is more ignorant than you? And then when I say that, I mean in an all around capacity. So maybe in every facet of life, you had to either supplement their knowledge or educate them in some way, form, or fashion. And let's not say they're so simple minded that they can't retain information that you share with them. We're not going to say that they're so dumb that, they're just a complete airhead. But, somebody that's noticeably less intelligent, right? Would you? Hey, man, look, I'm already with you on that one, Brandon A. you know, so like, and don't. I don't. We had this. Something started this conversation here, and I don't know. It was a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, it was Florence. Yeah. Uh, but here's the thing, right? And I want to know. I'm going to put that out there. You don't discriminate. I think, Ashley, if they got enough money and they're stupid, it's probably the dumber the better, right? Is that how that works? Have you seen the TikToks of these people getting asked questions? Yeah, I mean they are. Some of them, I wonder if those are staged, right? Like I'm like, you can't be that dumb. But then I meet people in real life, and you're like, yeah, you are that fucking stupid. But here's the thing: most people, I don't think I'm not gonna say most people, but a lot of people. Shit, I left my damn headsets too. A lot of people are the dumb people. I don't know if these. I don't think I like this one. I don't think I like this tea. No, it's like it's good tea. It's very good tea, but I don't want the chamomile. Just it tastes like dandelion water. It's terrible. Anyway, it's very hot. I'm gonna burn my fucking face off. Anyway, but what if you're that dumb person? If you know that you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, right? Would you prefer to date somebody more intelligent than you? Would you prefer to date somebody on an equal level of intelligence as you? Or if you know you're not that smart, would you want to date someone that you know isn't that smart? And so if they're not that smart to you, then they're really not that smart? I'm just curious. I'm all against dumb people having intercourse with each other. Like, I think that like IQ tests should be a thing. Like, you should not be allowed to have like there should be a certain level of IQ that's not allowed to mate with another IQ, and you should have like your IQ on a card. But then people start forging IQ cards, right? Well, we would know. They have IQ misspelled on their fucking IQ card. I don't think this is real, motherfucker. But no, like because this is why we have the problems we have now. We've all seen Idiocracy, right? It's the dumb people populate way faster, and so the dumb people like I already know. Oh, have you seen that one kid? She was so smart, even though her parents were dumb. That's like an anomaly. That's not how the shit usually works. Like I like feel good stories too. I love them. They make me feel good. But let's be honest. How often do you really believe that the fucking dumbass parents are just raising this genius child? Look, that's some movie shit, right? Get the fuck out of here. That's not happening very often. 9 times out of 9, the dumbass parents are raising dumbass kids because they're not providing these children the resources to develop. And a lot of times, dumb parents don't value education, right? There are some dumb parents who are jealous of the things of their kids. They don't want their kids to be better than them. I believe that every generation should want the next generation to be better than they were. It should be like a stepping stone type of thing. But you have some people who don't want to play that game, and they felt like because they didn't have a certain type of childhood or upbringing, that their own children don't deserve that or deserve better, right? But who am I? I don't have kids, so I don't know shit. But I'm gonna tear this little thing up, whatever this orange thing is called. Well, hear me out, okay? So dumb people populate faster. Smart people, I don't think they're that smart if they're letting the dumb people outpopulate them, but whatever. Um, all right, Illusion, man, I appreciate you coming through. Um, yeah, I mean that's a whole different thing. If I'm the dumb but I still want someone smart, I'd be more inclined to be with someone, but still be inclined to be with someone big mind intelligent. That's what I'm saying. Like that's my thing. It's just like the parents who invest in their kids' future. I think so too. I think you gotta like give your kid a little bit of a childhood, like give them some activities to do, guide them. You gotta like let them fuck up along the way. That's how they kind of figure out who they are. Like kids don't get to fuck up anymore. They don't get to go outside and like go on adventures and shit. Like I think see kids nowadays they couldn't do the shit we would do back then, right? Because they would fucking put it all on fucking the phone. Because I know I probably went places I should not have been. A bicycle was a fucking passport. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking bicycle to a kid back in the day, it was a car. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like I can go anywhere on this bicycle. Like who and what is the, like you can't stop me. Like I don't even know how to get there, but I'm going. Like but anyway, right? So nowadays kids be done Googled their way to wherever. You know, they wouldn't there'd be nothing left to discover. I don't fucking know. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna open up the lines, but I need to get my headset. And I also made a request of you guys yesterday. I'm going to remind you again what that request was here in just a second. Now, give me like 17 seconds, okay? Not right now. From when I click the disappearing of the camera. Somebody count. I don't know who's going to be the official counter, but somebody count. 17 seconds. And if I'm not back in 17 seconds, give me 4 more seconds. All right. I don't know how long it was. I don't think it was 17 seconds, though. I'm going to go back and watch the stream. I'm really feeling like it wasn't 17 seconds. So, I'm going to peel this other little orange first and tell y'all again, tomorrow. Tomorrow's a very sad day. Today's a very sad day, actually. It's an extremely sad day. Because this is like the end of the end for me, right? This is the end of the end. This is the countdown. This is the final countdown. And I'm not one to really give a damn about things like this, but it's a terrible thing. Tomorrow, be fucking 39, right? I know some of you are like, oh, it's not a bad thing. I'm 40 and fabulous. I'm 50 and feeling it. Whatever, right? This ain't about y'all. It's about me right now. I have 1 year till I'm 40 years old, right? Now, Lord willing, that if I make it that far, right? But I'm gonna do everything to do the right stuff. But I definitely, I definitely never thought I'd see 39. Never. Better count that fucking high. But, yeah, 40 would be real crazy. But anyway, 1 year left. Then I got to start being like a grown up. Or whatever. But anyway, what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to bring a friend to the den tomorrow. Right? Bring someone. Some of y'all ain't got no friends, and I understand that. Some of y'all, the den is your friends, and that's cool. You can bring somebody in the den, I guess, with you. But bring a friend to the den tomorrow that you think is den appropriate, is den suitable. I don't know. I think tomorrow is going to be BBW Appreciation Night. It's going to be Big Honcho's Big BBW Birthday Bonanza Bash Blowout Extravaganza. But let me stop all the nonsense. Y'all know the den was built on the backs of the big girls. Shout out to the big girls. One time for the big girls. Joe S., what's the motherfucking deal? 1 second. Let me get everything in order. Let me get the line back in order because I switched some stuff up, and I don't know what I switched up, and I'm pretty sure it matters, but it kind of doesn't matter. Just gonna put it back like that. I think that'll work. So, like I said tonight, the question is: would you date somebody that's dumber than you? Would you date somebody who is noticeably more ignorant than you are at life? I mean, just at existing, right? Like just it being a person, and so they were just like somebody that you had to really, I won't say on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis, that you have to educate them about some aspect of life. Or on a weekly basis, they say something so ignorant that you want to make a social media post about it or something. I don't know, right? Okay, but all right. Let me get the dilly dilly going. Diddly 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 doo, diddly diddly. Pardon me. Let me put the number up and blickety. But could you date somebody dumber than you? If so, why? If not, why not? Right? Let me know. Right? And so you might say, I think I could. I guess I could answer the question myself, right? I don't want to say I think I could. I could. I definitely could. But again, we're keeping the retaining information clause, right? Because if it was just somebody you had to constantly reiterate and remind, because I'm a goofball myself, right? And not to the point where I would say that I'm foolish about things, but hold on 1 second. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den? Hold on, wait 1 second before you respond to that. Let me make sure I'm doing something appropriate. Doodly 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 doo. I knew I did that. 1 second. Alright. Okie dokie. Okay. Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
It's Elise, man.
Solis, how are you doing this evening, Mr. Solis?
Doing all right, man. Just listening to the conversation, and I just have to say, no, I couldn't.
You
I
couldn't.
couldn't deal with a dumb person. No, not at all.
Why are you opposed to dating a dummy?
Because I need someone with a fucking brain and a head on their shoulders.
Mm.
I need someone that could stimulate my mind in conversation and not just be a dits and duts. I mean,
I mean,
it's just, I don't know. I don't know how people don't deal with like stupid motherfuckers. Like, you ever see like the cute girls, right? And you go talk to the cute girls, and you just realize this bitch is fucking stupid.
yeah.
Just like that, right? Disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, what all can you offer me
Yeah.
in terms of like in my free time if I'm dealing with you, talking to you, holding a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
And there's been, you probably dealt with the same thing too. Just a lot of dumb bitches, bro.
Hmm.
Not in the terms of like you talk to them, but you talk to them
Mm-hmm.
in the sense of just being like a cordial, and you just get like a sense of where they're at, their heads at, like especially from all of my generation, right? Like a lot of people do like I don't know. Recently, it's like they'll talk to drunk people at like clubs and stuff. The guys will just hang out like in hang out on 6th Street or whatever, and sometimes they'll just like talk to ask random people questions, and it's just the idiocracy of some people.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
man.
So,
And I can see why you're in the club, trying to find your freaking Prince Charming, and you still haven't found it yet because you're digging that in places no value.
So my deal is this, like, so don't they have a place? Like, so what happens? Like, so dumb people, what, or should they just be alone? Should they not have a partner? Or, I mean, you aren't willing to educate someone who you feel is maybe less intelligent to maybe help them understand a better perspective on the world, or you would just rather somebody who is already on that level that can help
I just don't got the patience
interact.
for it, Honcho.
You don't have the patience,
I
okay?
don't got the patience to deal with just a dumb person. Like that's just not me. I value intelligence. So
Okay, okay.
if
So what
if
happened?
you not
But what happens to the dummies then? What do we do with the dummies? Like,
shit, they're doing okay is what it seems like. They're still populating the fucking world.
mm, mm,
Dummies will find other dummies, Or they'll find a fucking dumbass smart person to get with.
okay,
Mm.
okay, okay. All right. Damn, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Do you ever feel? Do you feel
It
like
sounds like you would date a dummy though. That's
that
from what
would
I'm getting.
I dated them? I would if again there again with all the caveats in place, they would have to be agreeable. They'd have to have they'd have to be like a perky personality. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have you can't be like stupid with a bad attitude. It's just we finna fight. Like I don't even know why. But you know I mean, and I think I could work with that. Yes, there would be moments of frustration, but I think there's going to be frustrations in any relationship. But I think if it's a frustration that you can actually explain out and a person will, we talk about women here, they're not going to comprehend it. Never mind. I thought I was on
But
something.
speaking of that, right? So you have there's people out there, right, that will
Yeah.
just be in a relationship and they won't contribute anything to the relationship, and they'll just act dumb, or in the sense of like you feel like they're riding the coattails of the other person. And so does that classify as like a Dutch person if they have no ambition, or if they're dumb? I keep on saying Dutch, but does that
No,
classify someone as dumb, or does that
no,
more classify someone using someone?
because I think there are people who are intelligent. I guess it matters. Are we talking about book smart? Are we talking about street smarts? Because I think there are different types of intelligence as well.
I'm talking
Uh,
about dumb one, like no ambition though. If you don't
but
have any ambition,
yeah,
you're just kind of just.
but I mean, I think you can be. I think I think you can be dumb with ambition and be successful. So I don't want to. I don't think ambition is necessarily a measurement of it because I think you can be intelligent and not have ambition. You can have all the knowledge in the world and maybe be fucking depressed, right? And so your ambition is zapped. You're not dumb. You just fucking ain't got no ambition. You know, you're just lacking motivation. So I think that I wouldn't say that it's that, but you don't want to be dumb and not have ambition because then it's a double whammy. So I would definitely say not that. And shout out to Giant Mesh, shout out to Miss Love, and shout out to I believe I missed somebody else. If I miss you, I ain't this year. I promise. It's all love. Okay. But yeah, I don't think you want to. Oh yeah, you don't want to be like just out of there because then you're just unbearable. Like it's already hard to be around somebody with no ambition, and then it's already kind of hard to be around somebody dumb. And so if you like dumb and have no, be like, yeah, you go in the corner by yourself. That's
Well,
kind of how that works.
men could be dumb in the sense of like they make dumb decisions in the relationship, right? So you could be, let's say, you're like you said, you're gonna be 39. You're a 39-year-old man, right?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
see some fine 25-year-old cat right there. Now she's going after you because your age, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's men that would actually give in to that and give her whatever lifestyle she wants. All she's doing is looking cute and young for you,
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think men are necessarily dumb with thinking that in that aspect, right? When they're thinking with the other head,
Yeah.
or even the sense like
But here's the thing.
when
I don't know though, because here's my deal. Depending on the way you approach it, right? The older I get, the more I understand a certain group of people that when I was younger, I always pointed the finger and I shook my finger and I was like, oh, shame on them. But I understand that maybe they were smarter than all the rest of us all the way along. I'm not saying I subscribe to it, but I completely understand. And I'm talking about the confident tricks, right? There are some men, there are some older men who don't give a shit. They know that all the bras want is the money. So that's the fastest way to get what they want. So they going to trick off on them, get what they want, and, be on about their way. Instead of, you got some guys who are going to invest not only the money, but the time, energy, and effort to try to pursue a woman who this woman knows she doesn't want you in any way, form, or fashion. The confident trick, old dude, whatever you want to call him, he knows she don't want it, but she wants the money, so he's fair game with it. So I don't know. I don't know if it is tricking off or is necessarily dumb. If the goal is to get what you want, is that just a direct way to it?
But I think it gets to like a level of dumbness when it takes too much time.
Okay.
When it takes too much time to get whatever you want. Like I said the other night on the Discord, my cousin was trying. It took him years to get with this chick, and he was if he had it, he was like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, you're fucking dumb, bro." Yeah. I was like, "Why would you waste your time?"
Is that a case of him putting it too high on a pedestal, and then
It's doing something. I think I don't know what the fuck, because that just irritated me, because I spent time with the guys doing that. Maybe that's why it irritated me more. It's just because he accomplished the goal that I've helped him achieve in somewhat form of fashion at times. And just for give it up, I was like, bro, you wasted my time too. I mean, fuck, I was over there supporting your side for you to do some dumbass shit like that. I don't know. I just thought it was stupid. I just thought it was a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Or I got another cousin, and he's in good shape. I would say he's like one of those workout gym rats or whatever.
Yeah.
But he goes for the dumbest girls. Like, he just goes for a body appeal.
Yeah.
So if they have a good figure or whatever he likes, that's where he goes. They need the dumbest girls. They don't have no substance to them. And then he be going like, I guess he meets them in the gym or whatever. Like, bro, I met this chick, man. She's cool. I was like, what do y'all have in common? I don't know, man. We just work out. I'm like, what else do you do? You gotta work out 24/7 and talk about working all the time?
But
you don't like sports? You don't like
is
books?
he a meathead like that though? Because I mean, there's some dudes who will sit and talk about working out
I wouldn't say he's a
24/7.
meathead. He don't really look like a meathead, but I would say he prioritizes. I disagree with you prioritizes sometimes, if that makes sense.
I mean,
I just, but again, I just think that's stupid, bro. I think again, I just that's dumb. Like
no, I think.
where are you going at it?
I mean, and I see where you're coming from. I completely, and I agree with you. I see your perspective, but at the same time, what do you? I mean, do you consider your cousin a person of substance himself?
In some aspects, yeah, I would give it a bit of a doubt to think he's intelligent. But then again, I'll be looking at some things he does, and I'll be questioning it. I'm like, that's what I would do.
So, I mean, if you were to say more substance, or more often than not, he's having a conversation of substance, or less often than not, he's having a conversation of substance. What would you say? More or less?
I would say less.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's why.
I would.
That's why he's finding. He's, what is it? What's I forgot the phrase I wanted to use, but he's finding his level. So he's finding a chick that is going to be a dingbat. He's a little bit more than intelligent than, or he may have a little bit more. He may be slightly more interesting than, and that's going to be good enough for her. Because from her, he's like, oh, he's interested.
The more I'm talking about this, the more I'm thinking. I'm like, I say like I said earlier in the Discord, there's a lot of dumb shit females say, right? But there's a lot of females that be playing the fuck out of dudes. Like my sister, when she was in high school, she got this dude to get a tattoo of her name on his chest, right? She got a phone from this guy, got a puppy. Like, she was playing this dude hardcore. And he was another high schooler. But he had some money on the side doing a job or whatever. But he was spending his money on her. I got a tattoo of his name. He had to get covered up eventually. Every time I think about the guy, I die laughing.
That's crazy.
Like, she played him. And my sister is not the most gorgeous individual. I think she's pretty average, maybe a little bit less so, but that's just me. But the fact that she was able to play dudes and just twirl them around like nothing is crazy. Like, I've seen this girl, she's a straight savage. I've seen this girl get in a fight with her boyfriend in Austin. We leave him, we go to the next club. She's over there making out the next guy. Now, that would irritate the fuck out of me if I was, like, her boyfriend, but as a sibling, and looking at her, I'm just like, I don't really give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
But it's just the concept of how she's able to manipulate people to do what she wants, which I always find astounding.
Is that a woman thing?
And I don't think my sister's the brightest fucking person either. Like, I highly think I bash her intelligence a lot. But she's able to fucking outsmart some dudes, so that, how smart are really my peers compared to me, so I don't know.
It's like we got a bunch of dull knives in the drawer. A lot of us ain't that sharp, man. So, yeah, that's very unfortunate. But
hey, unfortunate for the guy, not for my sister. Shit.
I'm just laughing at how you politely described your sibling. An interesting choice of words.
I love my siblings, but I gotta keep it real. They're just a little bit, they do some good, but also you gotta admit the bad with it too.
At least you're honest about it. You can't fault you for that. Some people are disillusioned with it, so at least you're honest about
it. They would say I'm an honest dick, so I mean, but it is what it is, right? All right, man. I'll let somebody else talk and I'll hear the conversation, man. Appreciate it.
All right, so at least appreciate you calling in and getting the party started this evening, man.
All right, man.
All right, good. So I told you, let me get that Discord. Let me get that Discord link for those of you who were brave enough to join us in the Discord. So, yeah, but so he says no, he's not going to deal with a dummy, and I can understand that, right? And again, like I said, I had to put a lot of caveats into it because you can't be stupid and have a shitty personality, right? That's just not gonna. It's not gonna cut it. So you got to be agreeable. You got to have you got to be able to be somebody that you can work with. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Belle. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Miss Bell. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
Definitely will not date a dumb man.
Would you date a dumb woman?
No. I don't play for that team.
Okay, just asking. All right. So why not? Why?
I'm looking so you know.
Why not? What is wrong with dating a dumb man? What if he's a hardworking, brave, loving individual?
If I was younger and I had the stamina to just use it as a hit and quit it, I probably would. But I need somebody that I can intellectually be on the same level with and talk to. If that makes me bougie or uppity or snobby, I don't give a shit.
It makes you bad and bougie.
Not quite bad, but bougie, yeah.
Okay.
Only because I've dealt with a lot of dummies. Have I actually dated them? No.
So what would you say the dealings with the dummies were?
Most of it wasn't just... It was primarily no ambition and little things like not having a driver's license and depending on everybody else to get them around and not Not being smart enough to figure out how to be out on their own.
So how old were these people when they didn't have a driver's license? Shout out to D the game.
Some of them were 25 or 30. I mean, it's been a long time since I've had to deal with any of that.
So you're saying like 25, 30 years old and didn't have a driver's license?
Mm-hmm.
And like around what time period was this?
Back in the early 90s.
The early 90s? In the early 90s, wasn't public transportation popular?
Depends on what city you're in.
Okay.
The further out you go, the more you need transportation.
Were you going very far out?
I've always lived in the boonies or the suburbs, so I've always had my own transportation.
Do you drive fast, Miss Bell?
Yes, I do.
How much over the speed limit would you say that you drive?
Well, let's put it this way. I made a 10-hour trip in 7.5 hours.
Oh, so you drive illegally fast.
Yep.
Okay. So, the problem with a dumb man, you said that you've dealt with them and there's issues with them. But what I'm saying is, this is the caveat, right? We're saying that they're good in every other avenue. They're just not sharp. They say they fulfilled every need. Again, he's loving, he's caring, he's providing, he works hard at his job, he's there when you need him. He has a driver's license, has all his own stuff, but he's just, when you guys have conversations, sometimes you have to enlighten him on things a little bit. And once you inform him, he retains it, but he just may not be very well traveled.
No, I'm not in the business to re-raise grown men.
So how's that raising him if he's doing everything else he's supposed to be and handling responsibility? He's just not.
Okay, and honestly, he could be the sweetest guy in the world, but if I'm bored, I'm going to walk.
Interesting.
There's got to be intellectual stimulation, and not everybody needs that, but some people do. Now, if you're going to sleep with somebody, you just keep your mouth shut and whatever. You don't need all that. But if you're going beyond that, you need to be able to be compatible.
What does it take for someone to move beyond that? How do you know when it's right? How do you know when it's time for someone to move beyond the simply physical interaction stage to a more serious stage?
Usually, it depends with everything. Broad stroke, male-female relationships, if you're traditional, you wait for the guy to make the first or second move. Do you hint at it like crazy? Probably. But you don't obsess over it. And if it doesn't move fast enough, then you either stay or you walk.
So, Miss Bell.
Sometimes it can be cut and dry.
I have a question. And actually, this is a question for all the ladies in the chat. But for you especially, Miss Bell, because you're on the phone currently. Have you ever been digmatized?
Once.
And how did that situation occur?
I'm not going to get into it. It was a long time ago. It happened.
It happened.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Have I forgotten it? No. Am I going to go back to it? No.
Oh. It happened. Okay.
It's not a bad thing. It was what it was.
So, they say it's the slow ones that are always more well equipped, right? So this is why I'm asking. about your digmatization
I wouldn't
situation.
know about that. This person was pretty damn intellectual.
Oh. Was it like a dang it? What was that? What was the
Had it
guy's name?
quit it?
No, no, no. What was the guy's name from 50 Shades of Grey?
Oh, wasn't it Gray? John Gray?
I honestly don't know.
I don't either. Yeah, it wasn't quite the Red Room.
Christian Grey. Okay.
Christian Grey.
Okay. So was it a Christian Grey situation?
Not quite.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So, what is?
Did that person rock my world? Absolutely. Will I ever forget it? No.
So, often you inquire, Ms. Bell, about why guys worry about body count, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, this particular question is why, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
not every guy. Some guys aren't going to give a damn, right? But there are going to be guys who are dealing with things and their own things, whatever that may be, who are always going to have
Mm-hmm.
concerns about the guy that you will never forget because that they cannot live up to that guy, right? See, women don't necessarily have, in a way, but not
Okay,
necessarily.
first of all, you don't
right?
bring that up in a new relationship. Second of all,
It doesn't matter though.
that's just not,
It's
that's
not.
part of the past.
It's not something that has to be brought up. This is why a woman's body count matters more to a man than it does vice versa. Because
What kind of bullshit is this?
this is what.
Okay, go ahead and explain a little more because I am completely not understanding you.
Okay, so the more interactions a woman has, the more opportunities she has for the digmatized encounters, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, again, if you end up finding that guy or whoever, whatever, right? You talk about why the body count shouldn't matter. This is why it does. Because a woman's nature is she, even though she may love her husband and she may care about, certain things, always somewhere in the back of her mind is Dr. Digmatized, right?
Okay.
And so this is a thing that men don't want to deal with, right? So
What about the guy that's been married before? I mean, they have a woman. I mean, some guys have been married a couple of times, and yet we're supposed to just put that on the back burner. It's one of those places that sometimes don't ask, don't tell.
what is the equivalent of digmatized for women?
I can't speak for every woman, but mine was just to rock me all night long that particular night.
Okay. So do you feel like a man can be
And we're going back a lot of years for this, too.
yeah, but that's the thing. That's my point though, right? That's my point. Is it something
Would
you'll
I do
never
that
forget?
today? Probably not.
No, but again, it's something that say that you are with, or if you are, let's not even use you for example, because I always tell y'all when we speak in generalities to remove yourself from the conversation. But
Sure.
there are a lot of women, you see it all over the place, who talk about that they aren't satisfied in their marriages, and they et cetera, this, that, and the third. The husband doesn't do it for him. 9 times out of 10, I guarantee. I wouldn't say 9 times out of 10. The situation is the more partners a woman has to compare her husband to, the more difficult it will be for her husband to satisfy her. It's not the same way with women for men.
I disagree.
Okay. Why do you disagree? What did I say that's
Because my
incorrect?
husband did a fine job. I never had a problem with my husband.
But it's not about having a problem. But there's still a comparison. When I said
Oh,
digmatized, you didn't say anything. You didn't say it was
tell
your
me
husband.
that you don't do the same thing? You as a guy, you don't do the same thing? I mean, there was a girl that, gave you all around the world and plus some, and you're not going to forget her?
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, but here's my thing. It's different because, again, I didn't say that
You
your
think it's
husband.
different. That part's not really.
No, because you're changing the moving the goalpost. But I didn't say that your husband didn't do what he was supposed to do. Didn't say that he was satisfied. But when I said, do you have a digmatized moment? You didn't mention your husband. You thought about something way back before then. Immediately,
Oh,
you
yeah.
thought of it immediately. Exactly. So that wasn't it could have been one
So
amazing
men want
digmatized
us,
night.
because they're our husbands, they want us to be the be-all, end-all. They need to be they need to be our king dick, is what you're saying.
I didn't say that in particular.
Ah!
All I said was that the more partners,
Really?
the more comparisons, right? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, so when men don't have a high count, they don't have a whole lot of comparisons, so they're enjoying what they have more. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
So the more that they've actually been hitting and quitting, the less they're going to enjoy sex, and the more it's going to become an after-school sport.
I would say that there are men who engage in sex for sport.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either.
But I would say there are also women who do the same thing.
I agree with you. I won't deny that either. And most of those get paid for it.
Right. Men, again, double standards, short end of the stick. Men should get paid for doing what they do, right? If you put in the same work, if I'm making you feel just as good as
you
you're
have
making
the
me
all-male
feel.
reviews. You have male hookers. I mean, there's no shortage of either side of the oldest profession in the world either,
Okay.
But the expectation that women have to be put on a pedestal and be as pure as the driven snow is a bunch of horsepucky.
Okay. So
You just don't want anybody else having that piece that you know you're going to want for a long time. You don't want somebody else's leftovers. Do you think we want your leftovers when you've slept with women? Not so much.
But men have to do all the work, so it's like
Bullshit.
Men have to do all the work. I mean, men have to do everything. Women just lay there, flop like a fish.
Okay, if you're just laying there, you ain't doing it right. And I'm not getting into this conversation with you tonight. At least not here.
Look, I'm over here catching leg cramps and shit. You feel me? Like, I got to do all the work. I'm just saying. We can expand upon this conversation later in the Discord. But
Absolutely. We'll keep it PG in here.
I absolutely shall not. I'm definitely going to keep it rated R in the den. But
But
I
you will.
understand.
I won't.
But yeah, but no. Yeah, I mean, again, it is what it is. I've lost track. But again, so you say that you can't date a dummy no matter how good he is, no matter if he does everything right, because he's lacking in intellectual quotient or whatever it's called.
There's a
can't do it.
chemistry when you intellectually meet with somebody. You don't always have to have sex with them to have an intellectual compatibility with them. It becomes part of the package. Some people are okay with it, and some people aren't. I'm just not one that's going to settle on that level.
Do you ever feel like you've dated someone who was noticeably more intelligent than you?
Yeah, several.
And so do you think they felt that way
Now,
about you?
not slept with, but dated. There is a difference.
Okay. But do you think they felt that way about you?
like to think not, but I don't know. The conversations always went well. There was definitely intellectual retort back and forth, but I don't know.
Huh? Just curious.
I'd like to think so. But I'd be a bit cocky if I definitely thought it was. And then again, we can all be smart and have dumb moments.
Would you call dumb moments blonde moments?
Absolutely, seeing as most of my mom's side of the family is blonde, yes.
So would that be prejudice
That's a
against
DNA
blonde
issue.
people?
Yes. And DNA-wise, I can say it because it's part of my heritage.
So then, if that's the case,
I'm not blonde.
no. We've been having this dispute over this N-bomb, and we're talking heritage. I mean, it's in there. It's in the family tree somewhere. So like, does the privilege like reverse back, like,
Huh?
like grandfathered in? Cause you saying the
What,
blonde is
because
in your
my-
heritage.
Is my mom's line, but my dad was Sicilian Italian.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother was from Naples.
But I'm saying, because you say that you can talk about blonde people because it's in your heritage, right? But, there is now black in your lineage. So does the reverse privilege, does the privilege reverse? So does it work backwards? So now that there's black in your lineage, do you have, N-word
I might
passes?
have a card, but I'll not use it. I may be privileged that card, but that doesn't mean I'm going to take it for granted or take advantage of it.
In what situation do you feel like you have to use it?
I would have to be extremely backed into a corner and at the end of my whatever it is. And I've not ever gotten there in a long ass time.
When's the last time you had to use that word?
18 years ago?
18 years ago. Why? What happened?
Oh, me and my husband got into it.
Okay. I had a joke there, but I'm just leaving.
And I only said it once, and that was enough.
Unbeaten, what's the motherfucking deal? Okay. J Mel, what's the motherfucking deal? So you only had to say it once. How did he respond when you said it?
Oh, he was horrified.
Really?
Because honestly, that's not something that's in my vocabulary. And I don't try to make it part of my vocabulary.
Interesting. Okay.
And he knew he had pushed the wrong button and it went too far.
Did he issue a racial slur towards you?
No, he was that shocked he backed the fuck off like he should have.
Okay.
We both cooled down and came to better heads in a few minutes, but, things happen when you're married a long time.
Did y'all go and make up afterwards?
Probably a few days later, but yeah.
A few days later. What kind of? Okay.
No, it was pretty big.
That's what she said. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
all right. Okay. Well, Miss Bell doubts the dummies. She is condescending on the less intelligent, but that's okay. That is her right, and that's her preference.
I wouldn't say that I'm condescending on them. Good people just not wanting to be in a personal, intimate relationship. Friends are one thing. Partners are different.
Excuse me.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that you could pick somebody that's less intelligent than you are for a long-term relationship?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that make it easier or harder on you?
Yeah. Absolutely would, because I'm a man, and men are better people. We would never say the things that you women would say. I would absolutely take the less intelligent under my wing, and I would guide her to greatness. No, I
Oh,
mean,
good
yeah, no, no,
God. You,
no.
you knight in shining armor, you.
I'm the blackest white knight. Nah, but like on the cool, yeah, I would. I mean, I wouldn't be tripping on that. Like my deal is like if they're agreeable, amicable, and they're willing to learn and accept that, hey, they got some little flaws and we gonna work. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Right? Because here's my thing. If I was with somebody and they're more intelligent than me, I'm not opposed. Like I'm in a perpetual state of wanting to improve on the person that I was, right? And
Okay.
so if they can help me do that, then cool. If they can introduce me to new things I may not be familiar, educate me in ways that I may uh, not be adept in, I'm not opposed to that. So I wouldn't be opposed if somebody fits all the other qualifications I like, and they just, like I say, they got human functionality. They can work, and they're not, let me watch the words we use on YouTube. But I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying, hey, not too far. But I mean, if they're just kind of ditzy and kind of dumb, it would be annoying at times. But for the most part, yeah, why not, right?
Well, like I said, I'm not a snob enough to mandate somebody have a college degree. If they do a labor job, or they're a farmer, or they work as a plumber, or I mean, just they don't have to be a CEO or an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. But the fact is sometimes dumb is just dumb, and it doesn't match up. And I don't know how to explain it any better than that. Because I've met some really intellectual people that had no college experience and just graduated high school.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I mean.
And I've met some college graduates who are fucking idiots. So, because again, this comes back to we talking about intellectual, or we talking street smarts. Because sometimes, depending on where you're living, street smarts is a whole lot more needed and negotiable than practical book smarts. And you guys will tell you that, won't they?
Yeah, I would say that street smarts are actually, a bit more important than book
Being
smarts.
at the university and being at the hood are two different types of smarts.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. But I think there's, you got to have elements of both to be truly intelligent. But yeah, and thank you, D the Gamma, for the bless you.
So if you want to continue this later in the Discord, we can do that.
Yeah, 'cause
Do you have anything else for me?
because there's some elements of this conversation we need to discuss that
Uh-huh.
we'll definitely return to because
And I would really like to hear from some of these guys and what their thoughts are on it.
I mean the fellas started it off. What you mean? So Lee started it off for the fellas.
He did. He did really. I'm really proud of his call. He did really great. Now let's have a few more, because we know the women will call it.
No, women don't call in. You're the only woman that calls in, Miss Bell. You got to represent for all the ladies. 'Cause all the rest of
Wait
the
a
ladies
minute.
are
Wait a
scared
minute.
to
Miss
call
Meek
in.
calls in. Miss Grace calls in. There's quite a few.
I don't know. This line been a little dry lately. I gotta look and see the last time any of the ladies done called. I don't know. I think the fella's been holding it down pretty well lately.
As a matter of fact, I think Miss Grace was the last one to call before me.
Probably so.
Heidi's turn. She's gonna kill me for doing that, but all good.
All right. Well, Miss Bell, I definitely appreciate you getting it started for the ladies. We'll see if any of the ladies are willing to call in and share their thoughts on the conversation tonight.
One last thing. You need to fix the pistachios with the spelling bot. That thing is still holding them.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm hoarding all the excess pistachios. Well, you wouldn't know about Donkey Kong Country, but those of you who know about Donkey Kong Country.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm hoarding all the pistachios, like the bananas in the layer, And yeah,
I want to get my hammer out and get those pistachios back.
that sounds like racism.
Not necessarily. If you're hoarding them, I want them back.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can dispense some pistachio. What do they
That
call
would
them?
be nice.
What do they call them? Damn checks they gave out. The damn
Oh,
stimulus checks, pistachio stimulus checks.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I want a pistachio stimulus check. 1,500 would be good.
Oh wow. I gotta think about that.
Okay.
I appreciate you calling.
Hey, and I'm going to say it early because we're like 2 hours from it. Pre-happy birthday. And being 39 ain't so bad. You're doing it on your feet.
I may never walk again. But thank you, Miss Bell. I appreciate it.
Do not curse yourself. Good night.
Good night, Miss Bell. Thank you. All right. Let me knock on wood. Shout out to Dan the motherfucking man. It's Dan, bitch. Shout out to Dan the man. Always good to see you. Heidi's here. Can't win them all, can we? Well, I mean, it's not so bad. It's like you can either have like Heidi here or Broderick here. It's only bad when they like both here. You know what I mean? Then it gets a little stuffy in here, right? But we're gonna have a conversation because some things were said tonight. And Miss Bell said some things that surprised me this evening. But we're gonna come back to that. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
It's been a minute, bro. What's good with you, man?
Dan the motherfucking man. How you doing this evening, Mr. Dan?
I'm all right, bro. I'm all right.
Okay, good. How has life been? How are things going in Dan's world?
Main focus is working, a bit of studying right now. Trying to aim for the next open gig at my organization or perhaps somewhere else. That's the main focus right now. Just focusing on getting the money up, man. That's it.
Are you getting your dollars up or you getting your bricks up?
No, I'm good on that brick shit, bro. I'm good, bro.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
good.
So we're talking about dating dummies, right? And Dan, you are
Okay.
an extremely intelligent man. So how do you feel about dating a woman who she's good in every other area, but she's just maybe not the sharpest on her feet, maybe not the most resourceful place to go to for knowledge? How do you feel about women who are less intelligent?
I think it matters on, well, in my personal opinion, I don't know what everyone else is going to say. That's your opinion, but mine, it matters what you're looking for. Me personally, when I was younger, I did date a less than intelligent woman. And I got everything I was asking for. All the idiotic bullshit, I got everything I was asking for. The sex was fun, though, so, I mean, I suppose that was a trade-off right there. Right? You know? It is what it is.
Yeah.
Now I don't think I could really. It wouldn't last. I don't think so. Quite honestly, at least in my case. But like I said, that matters on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something nice on your arm when you go out in town, and she can be as dumb as a box of rocks, and hey, cool, do your thing. Me, I need someone I can have more conversation with. Yeah, as I got older, I value that more. And and if I ever do have children, I don't want them to be fucking idiots. So you kind of hedge your bets if both of you guys have some sort of decent level. But then again, I think common sense might be the most important thing, more than like raw intellect, quite honestly. Because there's quite a few kids coming out of college can't balance a checkbook. Can't fucking boil an egg. But God forbid they get all the information from TikTok. And that's all I really say right there. And we already know what that is, so. Shout out to China. Anyway. Hey man, they're doing a good job. That's all I gotta say.
Oh man, they are winning just at everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whew.
So no
Goddamn.
no the dumb broad. So would you say dealing with a less intelligent woman is dealing with a more emotional woman?
Not necessarily. See, one of the things I do is I watch true crime documentaries. You know, somebody kills somebody for whatever fuck reason, and there's a mystery, or maybe not a mystery. There's some crazy shit. And like a lot of the cases I see, well, I'd say half. Like half the time, like some of the females I see who end up killing somebody, either kill the man or kill the wife of the man or the side chick, whatever the fuck it is. Like she did some emotional, dramatic shit, but she's highly intelligent. She's very conniving and very, know how to fake evidence and stuff like that. If you're a fucking idiot, then you're like one of these little meth heads in a trailer park somewhere who fucking sells off her baby for fucking money or whatever. You know, so like, I think emotions are separate from intellect. So being stupid doesn't necessarily make you always emotional. In my experience.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of them, and those broads are definitely conniving, to say the least. If I knew a better word, I'd use it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So,
true Jezebels.
So, do you feel like you've ever dated someone who was noticeably more intelligent than you?
I'd say around the same intellect. I'm not trying to say like I'm Einstein. I think we all know I ain't no motherfucking Einstein. I think we're aware of that shit. But I wouldn't date someone that was like a 4.5 GPA. Like back in college, I just, water seeks its own level. You know what I'm saying? I look at people who was getting drunk and high like I was. I didn't really search no library types. You know what I'm saying? I was searching for freaks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, I bump into a good girl. And it is what it is.
Okay. All right. So
Essentially.
yeah. I mean, so you said right now, common sense is the big factor. What is the second thing right now that Mr. Dan is when he's looking for the future Mrs. Dan? What is I don't know if common sense would be the number factor, but what is the number one factor that you are seeking out in the Mrs. Dan?
No baggage from previous dudes who have busted nuts up in you. How about that? And that includes no baby daddy drama. I don't want some nigga just getting out of the pokey trying to hunt me down or some shit. I don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of my main thing right now, because that's kind of like it just seems like that's the kind of baggage that men are supposed to accept nowadays.
Yeah.
You're supposed to accept some other dude's problems on top of your problems. And then I got my own motherfucking problems. No. So, at what point, I'm just saying.
No, you're right. I'm laughing because I'm thinking about the way you just said it. And, that nigga who's been locked up, baby daddy, whatever, let's be honest, he wants that pussy more than I do. Because however long he'd have been locked up, he's been thinking about this. But look, baby, I just met you not that long ago. He obviously... Right. This is your pussy, my nigga, because you obviously have been fantasizing many a lonely night. I understand what you're going through. It's not that serious to me. Mm-hmm. You go ahead and take that. I'm going to let him have it. Yeah, I feel you on that one.
Let me be in a situation. I was in a situation like that. Not a dude that got locked up, but some dude walked in with me and the chick was getting there, and I didn't know she had a boyfriend or whoever this fucking dude was, but looked at me like I broke in. No, she left me. Yeah. So I said, you have a good night. I want the fuck out the apartment. Yeah. I'm not going to get murdered. I'm not going to end up on a goddamn episode of motherfucking whoever the fuck, one of these true crime people, my face sitting there. No, anybody, I ain't going out like that. Fuck you. You can have that shit. You can have it, bro.
Right, yeah, I'm definitely not going to go out fighting over some pussy that I knew wasn't mine or that I didn't, in the first place. Like, shit, no. So, yeah, I feel that is definitely the smart move. Oh, man.
Niggas weird, bro. Dang, what? I am not fighting over a woman, bro. I'm not. Only woman I would fight for is my niece, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's only why she's a kid. If she's an adult acting a fool, hey, you do your own goddamn thing. I am not about no. My love comes to conditions. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Yeah, even with family.
Yeah, as it should. I've started to realize that is definitely as it should be. Definitely put some conditions on shit from here on out.
Mhm. It is what it is, bro. You know, everything comes with conditions, so that's just the game. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of all I got, really, man. Just, I mean, intellect's one thing. You can do a Pythagorean theorem, and the basics of astrophysics, and working on an engineering degree. But you don't know how to park a car. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you got everything in theory, but execution is a different thing.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, how many of these? And I ain't coming at somebody. Some of y'all like, ain't coming at me. Or hit dog hollers. So it is what it is. A lot of these chicks got like 2 degrees on their master's, doctorate, but they got like 3 baby daddies and shit. Like, what is this? What is this? That's common sense right there.
Right. You know what I realized lately? You just talked about the baby daddies, right? Don't they always say that a woman's intuition is always right? Right, that's what I hear a lot. Women always say, woman's intuition is always right. If that is the case, if that is even remotely close to the case, why are there so many women complaining about deadbeat ain't shit baby daddies?
I think it's like Superman. Like, Superman can do all this shit, but like, he couldn't see through lead, so he put like a lead wall and shit. Motherfucker can't see through shit. Yeah. I guess for like these ain't shit niggas, they got like lead skin or some shit. Or that when they get hit with that dick, it like puts like lead poison in them these females, and they lose their intuition and shit. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's a theory right there. It's just a theory.
Yeah, I'm just trying.
Or maybe that intuition thing is bullshit. How about that? That's a possibility too.
Interesting.
Maybe they're guessing just like men guess when they're fucking with people. Maybe they're just guessing too. Except people have believed this narrative that, oh yeah, this woman that. Look, you believe what you want to believe, bro. But I question everything.
Yeah, I agree. And D says that y'all don't always listen to that intuition. Well, shame on y'all. Shame on you if you know better. Y'all should be listening. If you got a superpower that gives you an advantage and you're not using it, well, shame on you.
Right. Shit, if I had wings, I wouldn't need no freaking flyer miles. I'd be flying everywhere. Shit.
Oh man, you feel?
If I could see the future, I'd be a millionaire. I'd win the lottery. Shit.
I'd win the lottery every week.
But hey, do what you got to do. Oh hell yeah! They'd have to arrest me they'd have to arrest me if I don't. But hey, look, if you want to risk it, with some of these dudes out here, bro, hey, cool. And I'm glad you said that, because I used to get mad like when females would just like outright, and not really admit it, but like they'd obviously gravitate towards dudes that more often than not will, treat them like dirt, so I used to get mad at that. That's because I'm a lame. That's the only reason why I was like that. Now I say salute, thumbs up, sister. Go get that dude. But don't expect me to take care of that nigga's kids. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got to take care of my kids. Why am I taking care of your bad bed? That's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it makes you a better man if you do. That's
and that's the thing. Like, if a man does that, I absolutely respect him. But a woman shouldn't expect that.
Yeah, that's
not guaranteed.
That's the thing. That's the one I always see, that you're more of a man if you do. How does that make me any more or less of a man than the man who's actually having his own responsibilities with his own kids, or who's decided not to? I don't think that doesn't gauge my level of manhood in any way, form, or fashion. So I always find that real weird when people say that. But I get it. I get what you're saying.
It's just shaming language. Yeah, it's shaming language. That's all. Trying to guilt trip somebody to do something that they don't have to do. Yeah. That's it. And that works with a lot of people. I ain't one of them, though. Sorry.
See.
Okay. That's the game, goddamn.
Hey, women do got their own form of little alternative game that they it's some ego stroking weird stuff going on, but hey, I ain't mad at them. You know, they gotta do what they gotta do.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. You only got one life, man, so try to enjoy it when you can. I just say just play a little wise.
Yeah.
Try to think in the long run. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Definitely think long term.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you got there on your mind about dating dummies?
Like I said, I'll just reiterate what I said earlier, man. Like, intellect's one thing, but if you look at nowadays, like, with all the information that you can get, it's not hard to be intellectual in something, but common sense, I think, is the most vital thing. And I think that's the more important thing. People don't have common sense. You know. And I think that it might be dangerous to not have common sense, you know. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is. So, I think common sense is more important than intellect.
Yeah, I definitely would say so. Because, I mean, especially the way things are about to start going, I definitely agree.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Ain't about to be no sunshine in this motherfucker. Telling you right now. I niggas better get ready.
Man, but I got to get back running. I got to get back, get my endurance up. Heidi asked, what do you do for fun, Dan? She said, you're always so serious.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, things I used to do for fun are boring now. I've been doing a little writing lately. That's kind of it. I mean, every once in a while I go running. I need to get back in the gym myself. I've just been so busy with work. Like, the past month I had a project I was working on at work. We finished it, as far as I know. My part's done. So I've been kind of just chilling because the office is quiet because people went off to present whatever they were going to present. The reason I'm serious is because there was a point in my life where I wasn't. I didn't take anything seriously, and it took me a lot of years, and I paid a lot of cost for my naivety and my childishness. So I don't want to go back to that.
I can understand that.
That's, yeah.
No, I can understand that 100%. So, okay.
Yeah. So say I was fucked up in the game, so that's all.
Yeah. But man, yeah, you know. But I mean, I respect it, but at the same time, you know, they say all work and no play. You know, you got to get you a little something in there. Get you a little relaxation time in when you get a chance. You gotta. But what have you been writing? You say you've been writing. So what have you? I mean, if you care to share, like, what have you been writing? Is it just kind of stories, poetry? You know, a script?
Kind of more like fantasy, like kind of concepts and stuff like that.
Okay.
I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to do like video game development, so I kind of write stories and ideas and characters and stuff like that. It's never going to go anywhere, but it's an intellectual exercise. I like pushing it.
Yeah.
You know, just like getting my thoughts out there.
Yeah.
I've shared it with a few friends that are like interested in stuff like that. One of my friends in Japan from the Navy, she liked it, and a few other friends in another Discord I'm a part of. So that was cool.
Well, definitely, man. Look, don't ever say you may be surprised, man. I'm a firm believer in tapping into something that you have a passion for, especially if it's something, you know, from your childhood. Who knows, man? I mean, just you know, don't neglect it. I ain't gonna tell you put all your energy into it. I know you got other priorities, but you know, I definitely have a little bit more faith. You might have something going on there. I don't know what it is, but I definitely knowing you, I definitely know it's something interesting.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I still have one of the ideas. I have like 25 pages written. I want to do like 50 to 100 pages of shit written down before I feel comfortable with anything. So I still have some more work to do on it.
Okay.
Now I used to drink and have fun, but like I don't even feel like drinking anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I get older, I don't feel like doing shit no more. I ain't had no reason to drink. So. Now, weed, I ain't done that shit in over a decade, so I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Well, I kind of work for the government, so I can't even fuck with that right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Like, and even myself being the connoisseur I like to consider myself, it's different. It is different now. So I don't know if it's been the longevity or if it's the different strains. It's just I don't know. It's not the same as, smoking when it was younger. Maybe because it was smoking a bunch of Reggie and whatever. I don't know. But it's just different now. Maybe the social stigma is different. I don't know what it is, but it's different. I'm considering taking a hiatus very soon myself.
Might not be a bad idea. Motherfuckers putting fentanyl and rubbing alcohol and all this wild shit in there nowadays. Who the fuck knows, bro? That shit is wild, bro.
It's definitely crazy. There's definitely crazy shit going
Yeah.
on out there. And I don't know why. Why would you want to put that in the weed? Like what? Let that motherfucker smoke in peace. But hey, they say you can't trust it. You can't trust anything nowadays.
Oh no. And I think I know why people do this extra shit. It's what's the word? It's I guess not opiate. What's the natural chemical produced in your body? It's like kind of an overdose of that. People get always top what they did with something new.
Yeah.
They can't be happy with what they have. This nice blunt, you gotta go lace it with some shit, make it sparkling and shit, man. All that crazy shit. But then it's not good enough, so you always gotta top what you did with the last thing, and keep on doing it. And then one day your heart gives out, and then they find it in your body 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
In a fucking creek somewhere. Yeah. So.
Oh, dopamine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That dopamine rush, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get detox from all that dopiate shit, man. That's my opinion. But I ain't a fucking doctor, so it is what it is.
Me either.
Yes, sir.
I just play one on the internet sometimes.
That's it.
Yeah.
But man, that's all I got, man.
All right. Well, Mr. Damn the Man, it has been a while, but it is still great to talk to you, sir. And, I wish you success in all your endeavors, whether it be career-wise or, pursuing the fantasy element, whatever it may be, sir. Like I say, I wish you much success.
I appreciate that, Hunter. You as well, brother. Now, the reason I called in is because it wasn't like midnight, so I was like, okay, I can call in and still get a little sleep, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying
I'm trying not to be late for work.
Yeah, I'm trying to move. Like I say, because I noticed it was shit. Me myself, it's getting to me. So I'm like, yeah, maybe just try moving this up a little early, see how this starts to work. I think it's a little bit better at a slightly earlier time, so we may stick with this for a while.
I feel that, man. You do it works for you, bro. Actually, I had an idea. Would you be possibly going back to kind of like topics on YouTube that might be kind of like popular at the moment? I think that could like get some more traffic to the channel.
Yeah.
Like one thing I was gonna say you should maybe look into, but be careful about.
Yeah.
There was a YouTuber, the fat dude, EDP. He got caught again trying to get at some kids and shit. Cupcake eating motherfucker. But I heard they've been taking down videos about his ass though, so I'll be careful because they might try to hit you up again, man. YouTube on some fuck shit, bro.
Yeah, man. I had the one little scare. I'm like, all right, let me I need to stop bullshit. I need to get me I gotta get like an 8 terabyte fucking hard drive. Last time I had one, I got one, and I was trying to download the hard. I had everything downloaded and saved. Well, the den, because the sauce is a whole different animal. But I put it on there, and then the next time I tried to power up that fucking hard drive, it crashed out on me. So it's like, so I'm glad I didn't, delete everything. But shit, so I need to get another one. But I definitely won't get a Western Digital. But yeah, then I can kind of feel comfortable talking real crazy again if I have everything backed up. But yeah, I definitely think about doing the more popular topic thing because I know that's what people want. That's what people are searching for. And so I'm thinking maybe more short videos on the popular topics. And then, we kind of still do our live thing because people ain't going to come and watch even if it's a 2-hour video or 2-hour stream about whatever the fuck is going on. So I've been thinking about that a little bit earlier today, how I kind of want to start approaching that. I got to do some of those things, even though it's not my favorite thing to do.
Not for you on that, man. You do what feels necessary, bro.
Yes, sir. But I definitely appreciate the suggestion, sir.
No, absolutely, man. You have a safe night. Y'all in the den, y'all be easy, don't drink and drive and shit,
Definitely don't do
that. All right, man. Y'all be easy, bro.
All right, Dan, but I appreciate the call, sir. You have a good evening.
Thanks, bro. You too.
All right, thank you. Mr. Bryson, what's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to Dan, man. Dan, I'm telling you, aside from me still being very in certain avenues. There's a lot of traits I see. Well, I like to try to see myself in Dan. Dan is a very stand-up dude. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's good, Ancho? It's your boy J Mel.
J Mel. How are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
Good. J Mel, could you date a woman that is dumber than you?
I mean, most of them probably gonna be dumber than me, so it just
Okay.
comes with the territory.
Okay. Do you prefer them that way?
Yeah, until they start thinking they smart.
Smart.
Ain't nothing
niggas.
worse than a dumb bitch that thinks she's smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. I feel you on that one.
That's when you got to pull out that bad wife device. You seen that bad wife device thing that I shared earlier
No, I didn't see it.
in the Discord?
Oh, no.
There was some shit that this there's some shit from like way back in Twickery days. Where they put like some metal shit on the bitch's head, where it's like a spike thing that go in their mouth, and they literally can't talk.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They need to bring that shit back ASAP.
That's
Put some get right in these bitches.
That's definitely something to consider. Okay. Heidi's on some other stuff. I don't know what Heidi on now. Okay. So, have you dated a woman that you felt like was more intelligent than you?
More intelligent than me?
Yes.
Yeah. I've had a couple girls that was way smarter than me.
How do you
Like you talking about like book smart or like just common sense smart?
like either or, but
There's
most
a big
likely
difference.
but more like it's probably going to be book smart than I would
Yeah,
say.
like I've definitely had a couple girls that was smarter than me, book smart wise. But common sense, no.
How do you feel like those interactions went with the book smart girls versus the not so bright girls?
It was more enjoyable to be around them when sex wasn't involved. I could actually have a conversation with them or watch something other than the typical bullshit that women like to watch, like reality TV and shit. I could sit down and watch a documentary with her, and she actually understand what's going on. Not have to ask me throughout the whole thing, who is this, what is that. So, that was a good thing. But then when you got a chick that's book smart, you can't get away with the dumb shit that we like to do. They pick up on it fast.
Damn. Smart ass bitches.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay.
Too smart for your own damn good.
Yeah, see, if you was a little dumber, your feelings wouldn't be hurt right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you wouldn't even know what was happening.
Exactly. That's just your own, you getting in your own damn way. You your own damn problem. So, I mean, okay. So, I mean, you kind of. I've seen a lot of people say that they don't care for dating the dumber. So, how do you deal with dating with a woman that you know is dumber than you? Is it really not that big a deal, or you just kind of you tolerate it, or do you have a method for dealing with dumber women?
It depends on how dumb she shows you she actually is. Because I done had some girls that, like just like dingy and ditzy, like kind of slow. Like they don't. You might say something smart to them or hit them with a "that's what she said" joke, and they like what? They don't get it type shit. I could deal with them. It's the ones that just say the most outlandish shit and think it makes sense. That's the ones I can't deal with.
Like the podcast girls.
Like some other ones that call in here and think they saying something that's profound, but it's really contradicting everything they say they stand on. Those types,
Hey, Miguelito, what's the well? I'm saying that off of Miguelito. Miguel, oh, Miguel, goddammit. What's the motherfucking deal? But man, okay. So you say there have been callers in here Did you say that some of these some of these women reside in this very den? You say.
They do.
Hmm.
They do, Huncho.
Hmm. Hmm.
We know who they are. We don't have to say no names.
Okay. What? Heidi, that hooker's from Houston? I didn't know it. Let me get on my shit. I'll have her featured on the den stream before you know it. No, but yeah. So you say
She
that.
in Houston? I'm about to go find her.
Okay. So here's my deal, right? Excuse me. I'm putting my hands up on the camera. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, so you're cool. You can deal with it as long as they're not stupid. They're dumb smart. And you say that there's some of these very women in the den. What is a sign if you were to alert other men? What would be a sign to look out for when it comes to alert you that you're dealing with a dumb smart woman, a DSW, if you will?
I like that abbreviation. I would say the biggest sign is when they'll start off the conversation siding with you, and then all of a sudden you say one thing they don't like, and they take a whole different stance on you. That's the biggest sign, because it shows right there you don't have no social intellectuality, because that's probably not even a word, but y'all know what I mean.
Yeah. It's a den word.
Yeah. So you can't start off saying you feel one way, and then because I trigger you, you flip your whole stance. That means you just been bullshitting me from the jump.
Well.
But you thought I was just as dumb as you and wasn't going to catch on.
Ain't that a thing when people don't know how dumb they really are? Like, I mean, like you said, that's the thing with the dumb smart people. Like, they don't realize that you are not very smart, but you think you are because that's just the capacity of your mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost kind of like an arrogant thing because you don't have proof that you're intelligent, but you believe you're intelligent for no apparent fucking reason.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which speaks to the point that Miss Love thinks she's making. I'm looking in the chat. She's not all the way wrong what she's saying, but see, those street or quote unquote regular chicks that she's talking about that know game, any chick that's really running game is really a dumb asshole. Because if you were smart, you would know that you run the game. You don't need to use game. You in control of the game. You control the tempo of this. You accept whether I got game or not. So any chick that's say spitting game or running game on you, she one of the dumbest ones of the bunch.
Interesting.
Because one thing about game, Honcho, it recognizes game. So how you gonna run it on me if I recognize it?
Heidi, running game is like soccer. It's a game where you run a lot. So we're talking about playing soccer, the American rules.
Poor Heidi.
Oh man.
But you gotta love a good dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Sometimes they come through in the clutch for you.
Yeah.
When ain't nobody else dumb enough to help you out.
You know, you gotta admire it, right? And I think most men do. If you got you a down dummy, or if you've ever had a down dummy, because she's not gonna question too much. You know what I mean? And she's gonna be with the program, and it's cool because it's a little bit of a conundrum, right? Because she's cool, she with the program, she does the shit you mainly want a female to do, but she just dumb as dirt. You know what I mean? And it's just like if you just wasn't so dumb, but the dumb is what makes you you, and it's not a bad thing. It's just kind of like it's just you are what you are, you know.
Mm.
And again, so it is what it is, and it sounds horrible.
Unless
Y'all probably all these guys, these men are just calling women dumb and everything, but it's just come on, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about.
unless you get to the point like Miss Love talking about right now, because they do have some book smart girls, and yeah, they are naive, and then they fuck around and listen to their friends that's really dumb hoes, and they turn you into a dumb hoe, and you didn't even realize what happened to you. And that's what most women do. They listen to their dumb ass hoe friends and start doing hoe shit.
Mm. Mm.
Fell right into the trap.
There's a lot of man bashing going on in the chat right now. I feel like just, you know, men, we're not doing anything but trying to introduce you ladies into the way that we see and we think, and we just want to share our worlds with you. And you guys are bashing us for having opinions.
It's all jokes, man. If y'all know me, y'all should know by now. I just like to have a good time.
It's nothing but love. Oh, my knee.
And I love dumb hoes.
Yeah.
I married one.
Oh. No, I don't think I've gone that far, but I'm pretty sure I've definitely entertained.
I got lost in the sauce. It
happens to the best of us, right?
It does happen.
You know, women are. You know, we need to talk. That's going to be a future topic. Let me jot that down. We're going to have to talk about the mask that women. You know, and I know women say men do it too, but I can't vouch for that. I only know that women.
Well, see, they literally wake up and put on a mask.
Oh,
that's the difference.
Oh, there's a physical and a.
Exactly.
Oh wow, that's double mask duty. Okay.
Gemini hood.
Yeah,
Two-Face.
Yeah, we definitely got to. Yeah, we got to talk about that. Oh. But again, we definitely gonna have to have a conversation. And you know, Miss Bell will be the only lady that calls in to defend the ladies as usual. But
and they sleep in a mask too. Good point, 12.
Oh wow. Oh,
Bitches always got a mask on.
Oh wow, this is true. Shout out to 12.
Shout out to 12.
That is funny. Oh man. Okay. What are you talking about, D? D? We are he-man, woman lovers. We love the ladies. You know, that's what it's also. The den was established on two things: loving the ladies and BBW admiration. If you can't find anything else in the den, you get those two things. Everything else is hit or miss. Okay.
Big facts.
Okay, Mr. J. Mail. Anything else that's on your mind in accordance with tonight's topic?
I guess I could say, if you're a dumb hoe, don't try to be too smart. Know your limitations. Know what you're capable of. And just accept that, you know, you're going to get played a little bit because you're not too bright. But just find a nigga that ain't going to do you too bad. And be happy. And don't listen to your dumb ass hoe friends.
I can concur with that. That's wise advice right there. All right. Well,
I'm just trying to help the people, Honcho. You know?
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to do.
I think you're leading them on the right track. So I can't fault you on that one. Okay. Oh, that thing actually worked. All right, cool. Well, that's been Mr. J Mail. Well, hopefully we'll catch you after the stream in the Discord when we get to chop it up.
Yeah, I'll slide in there for a little bit.
All right, that's a bet. All right, well, hopefully
all right,
see you. That's a bet, man.
Bet.
Oh, there's dumbass men too, Miss Love. Like, see, there's the thing about the den. You see, it's not one-sided. You know, it's not all. Even though the ladies like to try to play it as it's all woman bashing, it's not all woman bashing. It is absolutely not all woman bashing. Hold on, it is absolutely not all woman bashing. What What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What up, my bro? What it do, ski, my mooski?
Mr. Ken. How are you doing this evening, Mr. Ken?
I'm doing good, praise God. Eat my snacks. So all is well.
What kind of snacks
How
you
about
eating this
yourself, brother? M&M minis. M&M minis. Yeah,
evening? Okay, so I'm taking
they
it.
have to be the
They
the
obviously
minis.
don't have peanuts in them, right? Or do they have peanuts?
No,
Okay, all right.
those used to be my favorite, but ever since I tried the minis, I don't know what they did to them, but the minis taste differently from the regular one, the regular size one. I guess it's less chocolate in each one, maybe. I don't know. You have to try it. It'll get you addicted.
Okay.
I buy like the whole big bag.
Oh, it looks like the big shareable size bag.
Yeah, like but the big one,
Oh,
like the $10 bag.
oh shit. Okay. I don't know if I like M&M's that
Yeah,
much, but I'll give me a small
yeah.
one.
I OG.
Okay.
How have you been, my good sir?
I've been very good, very good. AB, what's the motherfucking deal? I've been very good, Mr. Ken. Like I said, life is good. Just one day at a time. No complaints. You know, so that's pretty much all I can say about
Lighting your joint,
it.
I see.
Joint, yeah, we can call it that.
You don't wait. You smoke like cigarillos or like you smoke? Don't tell me you smoke Dutches and stuff.
I prefer hemp wraps. Not I don't prefer I don't
Okay,
like to break down the cigar. I don't want anything with tobacco already in it. But it'll be hemp wrap.
okay,
But these are actually I think chamomile and something else. I don't even know if it's hemp and something else. But
okay,
yeah,
cool. Do you put what is it, that Fanta stuff in there
no,
or wrap?
I've tried it once some years ago, but no,
Isn't it nasty?
that's not my cup of tea.
It's disgusting. I mean, I don't smoke anymore, but when I did, I used to smoke like the hemp.
No.
Um, yeah, it's better. Uh, I just like it. I feel more that I don't know. I like the leaf. I like to taste all my weed. Again, I don't smoke, but
Yeah,
I like to taste it all.
yeah, yeah. I'll definitely do it.
But I ain't gonna hope. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped some fat, like normal. I just see the residue factor.
Okay.
Um, One, I'd like to comment on J Mill. Is it J Mill? J Hill? J
J-Mel,
Mill?
yes.
J Mill, my good brother J Mill. By the way, I watched his 4 in the morning interview. It's a really great interview. You guys should watch it. Yeah. So I think a good suggestion for women or anyone for that matter to if you have a little bit of smarts to you in whatever in relationship or whatnot, I don't display it all. It's cool to be a bit coy, um, to not show your whole hand, and it gives people the chance to think you're dumb a bit or think you're not as smart. So to see will they run game on you, and that'll eliminate. It'll show you, oh, this person thinks I'm dumb, so he or she's going to do X, Y, and Z, and you can just eliminate them quick. So when they say, I think he was saying, alluding like that he'll be running game with some girl, but you don't know if he's playing boy, and then you think you're playing, but you end up being played. So don't think that you are the sharpest tool instead, 'cause there's always someone sharper than you. Um, Also, um, this guy Dan mentioned about common sense. We used to be like, oh, common sense, and I personally thought that, common sense was something you're born with, like you're like a gift. It's kind of you're born with, but everyone's common sense isn't the same because it's really based off of uh like you know how you build muscle, you replace the common sense that gets strengthened from having experiences. And if you're not out here having experiences, then you're not gaining the tools needed to because really common sense it gets you is mostly used for problem solving situations uh, on your job, try to find better ways of doing X, Y, and Z. It really comes into play with problem solving. That's like the biggest um, prevent you from being killed. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not experiencing like doing things, running things, then you're not gonna uh grow in sense. We are born with within us. Some of us is with like in uh, uh, a more sharper genetic intellectual gene, and you add that with common sense, that breeds, more of a bright person. But common sense isn't so common anymore because people aren't experiencing anymore. Like years ago, decades ago, people were out, kids were playing outside, but now kids are on the tech, so it's going to get worse. Um, with the whole dating dumb people, just a couple stats out there. 54% of adults have literacy below sixth grade level.
Really?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So you have a great chance of, you know, coming across a not so smart human being. 54%. So that means that more than half adults are not smart. Yeah. So, and there's also a stat that, that people actually think smarter than what they really are. 60% of Americans believe they're above average intelligence, and really they're not. Inflated ego.
I can agree with that.
So when oh, huh?
So I can agree with that. My ego's definitely inflated.
I mean, well, most of us egos are inflated in different areas. You know, you may feel like you're like the big man on campus or the big woman on campus in certain areas than other people are. You know, but again, there's always someone wiser and smarter, and tougher. Like it's always, you know. Um, but most of us are dumb. So dumb people are mating together. Look at Blueface and Christian. Too dumb to just dumb, mixed with ignorance, mixed with toxicity, violence, child traumas, you know, bad storm going on. Poor child. Another is um location wise, California has the lowest literacy rate in the entire country. You hear like the whole dumb blonde, but California, everyone is so superficial.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Most of them are, most of them are dumb. 66% of children in fourth grade cannot read well. I've already.
I believe that. I
Uh,
definitely believe that. Especially post COVID.
the average. Hmm?
I said I definitely agree with that, especially post COVID.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, but that only unearths. what was already there. 1 year isn't going to change, you know, people. You know what I mean? Like everyone makes it seem like that COVID just like even in New York, they make it seem like that COVID just made America, New Yorkers zombies. New Yorkers have always been zombies. New Yorkers have always been rude and ruthless and unhuman.
Hmm.
And
Not
it's
the Big
always,
Apple.
oh yeah, a bunch of zombies, angry zombies. I'm telling you, I follow a page that do everything that you don't see on the news, and it's like New York is, yeah, crazy. Um, but yeah, so regarding like sex, like you said, like that average eighth grade girl scored 2 points more than eighth grade boy in reading anything. I didn't cover other stuff, but I remember that most poor people don't read on a daily basis. Therefore, more than likely, their jobs will they will have a less. It correlates with each other. If you read more books, the greater chance of you having a high paying job. You know, um, reading is a lot, and um, people fall back on it. The reading level keep going down. The reading, like the stats on people who book and say they have read books, they keep going lower and lower throughout the year, and that is being replaced with screen time, social media, phone, screen. Um, it says that people have America is the leading country with the most screen time, 7 hours a
Seven,
day.
7 hours. Oh, that's ridiculous.
The average American,
That's,
7 hours a day.
that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fucking crazy. 7. I don't even think they get 7 hours worth of shit to watch. And I know
Bro,
I get my little doom scrolling on, and I'll catch myself, but it'll go on for a couple of minutes. But like 7 hours, I can't
bro, it's
imagine
crazy.
7 hours worth of shit I want to watch. Like right now, if you told me, I can't even think of a season or some shit. Like it's a lot. 7 hours is a lot. That's crazy.
Well, that includes social media. It includes watching a TV show. It includes all of that. Um, it also said that American men across racial lines are more addicted to social media than women. And along with that addiction, when you take away social media, American men are more likely to suffer anxiety than women.
Hmm.
I didn't go to the why. These are just facts. Oh, this website, pretty cool website. It gives you stats on various things.
What is it?
Uh,
What's it called?
let me, don't tell me I lost it. Wait. Uh, where is it? I was just reading it. Okay, boom. So, bro, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to give it to you another time. I just was
It's all
looking
good.
it up.
It's all good. It's all good. Doesn't matter if you have to reach me. Just whenever you come across, I definitely like to check it out. Like I said, again, I will not argue with legitimate facts. So I'd like to see it myself. Because this is very interesting numbers to me. Um, the fact
Um,
that so many people have such a low reading level is really baffling. Like you would think that it. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense now that I think about it. You know, if you really, yeah, it makes sense.
Okay,
No child left
so
behind.
the website is called crossrivertherapy.com, and they host um, many stats, whether they perform it themselves or they're brought in from BBC and other credible sources. And they have, geez, they have stats on some of everything, mental health, how many Americans have vaccines, uh, how many Americans lie, like the statistics on liars. Like, it really gets
Okay.
down deep to it. But that's what I basically wanted to bring some numbers in there, and that's it. I ain't trying to hold you up.
Okay. Okay. Um.
You got any questions about me?
Okay. Well, according to all the stats, you brought the stats, you brought all the facts, you brought all the information. I'm gonna ask you two things.
Two things.
Thing number one: would you
Thing number one.
personally date
That
someone that
person.
was noticeably less intelligent than yourself?
No, that's quick.
Okay. Okay.
No.
All right. And number two: do you feel like you've ever dated someone who was noticeably more intelligent than you were?
Yeah. Yep. I have.
Okay.
I have. And I mean, yeah, I have in my up until probably like 4 years ago. Yeah, I have. I have. I had very low self worth once upon a time in life, and just like many men, with me it was just different sex. Just okay, well, okay, you want okay, cool, let's date, and we'll figure this out later. You figure out that doesn't work out too well. So, uh, my journey, me figuring out everything and knowing that dumb people, it just doesn't work out too well because I I I, I read a lot. Mm, I mean, just basic things I would want to talk about that may not be basic to the dumb person. And it's like, bro, like, what are we talking about? Like, the Illuminati? Because niggas love talking about the Illuminati.
I mean, they everywhere though. They in everything. So I mean, yeah.
Niggas what I'm talking about. Niggas, oh, look, niggas, I'm telling you, and I'm pretty sure some of your friends, somebody has brought up the Illuminati in the past month.
Probably, yeah. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean that's the nigga go to conversation piece. Illuminati, rappers, blogs, beyond that, beyond your homeboys gossip, what is what else is there to talk about with people who don't go beyond that? That's most people's uh focal point. That whole your homeboy community gossip, Illuminati, rappers, music, sports. Can't forget about that. Sports. What else?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what folks be talking. I don't talk to nobody. I get in trouble for not talking.
Wait, huh?
I don't really talk to anybody. Like I say, outside of maybe the Discord, I don't think I socialize too much. So I don't know what people are talking about these days. But we have these things, these icebreakers at work where everybody has to talk to each other and I don't talk. So I kind of get in trouble for not talking. So that's what I was saying.
Oh, Nigga, look, you got to play the game at work, nigga.
Well, I
Play
understand,
the
but I mean,
game.
it's just certain things that I feel like are frivolous. So I'm just like, why engage if everything else is done up to par or better? Why do I need to socialize with people I'm never going to meet in real life? I don't want to do the fake friend thing. I don't see any need in it. So I find it really weird. I don't want to be friends with my coworkers. But that's another conversation. So
Yeah, and that right there, you ain't alone because see, a lot of black men suffer from that, and then careers suffer along with that because fake friending, all that stuff. Look, you get to the top. That's a part of the game.
oh yeah, I definitely understand that. But
But
the topic's not where I'm necessarily headed in this current situation.
okay, well then do your thing then too. Look, I mean, but I'm there with you. I don't like I've been told you I don't do the friend stuff since for 3 years. You know, that's it. I mean, my business partner. That's it. I don't have any friends. Uh, yeah. So I'm right there with you. I think it's one of the best things you could ever do is to carve out a couple years of your life to just roll solo with everything.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Figure out who you are, so that way when you present
Right?
yourself, when you do decide to present yourself, you're presenting the best version of yourself, and you owe that to yourself,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, because it's like I used to ask people a series of questions, but then I stopped because I realized that people don't really know who they are. Like you ask them, who are they? Like when you go on your job interview, like then they will ask you, like, well, tell me a bit about yourself. Most people go into like they say their name. Well, my name. Okay, well, duh. I read your resume. You already introduced yourself. You know what I'm saying? They go into their hobbies, their appearance. That has absolutely nothing to do with why I brought you for interview. And so you ask these people like, who are you in real life? And they start off with, their name, or they start off with uh, their they went to college, they have a college degree, or that's something you went to school for, and you're like, well, who are you? I'm a parent. I have a child came out of you, but who are you? Oh, I work at one Z. No, that is your job. Who are you? Oh, I like watching CNN. That's something that you like to watch. Who are you? Oh, I like writing. That's a talent or a hobby. But who are you? And like you get through all of those questions because that's not really who you are. And then people are left in silence because they don't know. All they know is they've been told who they are or what's been filling their spots in their life. They haven't taken the time. No, very few people know who they are. They know what society tells them they are, or what their family, or their parents, or their home boys or home ex, who they try to fit in with. People really don't know who they are.
I agree with
Most people.
you. I
Like,
agree with you 100% on this.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But the path that you're on, when you do your solo thing, that does bring about, a lot of self awareness and filling in the spots you want to fill in. So more power to you, my brother.
I appreciate that. Let me jot that down. Yeah, definitely a few other possible topics that have come out of this conversation. We'll get to that. You gonna catch us in the Discord this evening?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there. I went in there last night, but when I go in, I don't like to be like just you know, interrupting niggas. So
Man, it's the den, Ken.
yeah,
You know how it go. You gotta kick
the
door
folks
your
being
way
conversation.
in. You know, ain't nobody gonna let you in. You gotta boss hog your way into the convo. You don't like what's being said, shit. You know how it go.
No, like some people like be really in conversations, and I'll be waiting for folks to finish, and then next thing I know, I dozed off. And then next thing I know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I woke up, and then I'm the only one in there. So yeah, I'll try it again tonight, though.
Okay, all right. Well, hopefully we'll chop it up in the Discord then, sir.
All right, chop it up like chopped cheese.
All right, yeah, good evening.
All right, deuces, bro.
All right. CJ Mill, that's why I can't give you the wrench, man. You was this close. You was this close. Asking for a friend. I think that's on the merit. Look, so I'm gonna wind this down. I'm gonna get ready to slide a Discord. Make sure I put the link in there. Let me drop it in there one more time. If you ain't in the Discord will be in the voice chat. Everybody you talking to in the chat right now, you can chop it up with them in the voice chat. And if you're not in there, we're gonna talk about your ass anyway. That's how it works. Uh, so we're gonna be in that thing. I appreciate y'all, man. I thank each and every one of y'all for your participation this evening. Whether you were in the chat, whether you called in, whether you did both. I fucks with y'all, man. I thank y'all again. Like I say, it is my honor. It is my privilege. Got 1 year, 30 fucking 1 year. I don't, man, but it's all good. I'm gonna get in shape. I'm gonna fuck up till like this weekend. So probably like starting midnight tonight. Not probably gonna sleep tonight. Gonna work then like probably from after work tomorrow till the end of this weekend. I'm gonna just turn up like an old crazy white girl. I ain't finna go that far. But yeah, then probably after that I'm gonna get real tight. But I've been doing good. I've been cutting out the box bullshit. Y'all been eating them fucking burgers, y'all. I've been eating them cheap ass burgers, ain't y'all? That's why y'all been in here tripping. I've been eating them cheap ass them penny burgers and shit, y'all on that shit. But nah, I'm starting really getting tight. Like I've been actually cooking things and preparing food items and real food, avoid shit out the box. And I feel a lot better. Just that simple step. So the next step is to really come up with some type of structured diet. So there's that. But shout out to Miss Bell, appreciate it. Deidre Gamma, thank you. Yeah, y'all over there eating them placenta burgers. But yeah. All right, man. Let's go. Discord. Y'all already know how this shit go. I'm talking, I'm saying all this shit while I'm sliding in the motherfucking Discord. Y'all know what my saying is. Beat me there, don't meet me there. You obviously can't beat me at this point because I have arrived. I'm in the Discord already. So I'm going to drop the link one more time. Right here, blickety blickety. And thank you, Heidi, my favorite German. No, my second favorite German. Third favorite German. Your top three dead or alive Germans for me. Okay. Yeah. So all of the good stuff. I'm in the Discord. Really, well, it was something else. What I was supposed to say? Like, I've been pulling out all sort of random Spanish lines. I don't know. I can't think of what I want to say tonight. I'm tired, but y'all know where I'm at. Up go. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Puerto Rico. Oh.